Braden, can you speak to why their action was so difficult to defend or why they were so able to consistently get those open shots today?
I mean, they made, 18 threes? I mean, it's tough to beat when a lot of their guys are hitting shots, and obviously we knew going in that they were going to hit shots. It's just, obviously I thought that maybe not to that extent, and obviously that they're good players too. Like Boyd and Blackwell are both very, very talented and can score really anywhere on the floor, so it makes it difficult for the bigs to have to stop them and then get back to the three ball, and obviously we weren't rotating to that, and not necessarily that's what we were living with, but a little bit, and obviously just try to get that late contest, and it made us pay.
Trey, obviously, in the first meeting, there was Nolan Winter, and this one, there wasn't. And, in that first meeting in Madison, I remember you guys, really had your way with their front court players, the young ones. What areas did you just maybe see them grow from, that day back in Madison to now?
Well, I think no matter who they have in the front court, I mean, it's, just the system that they have, being able to shoot the ball and being able to stretch the defense. All their bigs just being able to do that, it's why they're so good. It just puts you in a bind. As bigs, we're taught to help, and our entire careers, and at times when you have to help and you have to recover, and then and then when we're switching, you gotta us bigs we gotta do a better job of keeping the ball in front of us and going from there. But all their bigs just do a tremendous job of spacing the floor, and then when you have people like Blackwell and Boyd being as aggressive and athletic as they are, being able to attack the paint, it puts you in a bind.
Braden, offensively, this performance can carry you a long way. And you're going to have to get more stops, obviously, and hope teams don't shoot that well. But from that standpoint, did you see what you had to see going into the postseason, that this team can still go out and outscore anybody on a given night?
Yeah, we always knew that. We knew that we were capable of that. That offense really for us normally isn't an issue, and I think we do a good job of getting guys the ball in spots to be successful and to make shots. And obviously we've had some games where shots haven't fallen, and we got to find different ways to win. And I think really just that our thing that we need to improve on most is just defensively. And I know we've talked about it since the start of summer practices, but that's really what it is, I think, because when we're connected defensively, it just makes offense that much easier.
Trey, there was a stretch of the first half where I think you guys turned him over 4 times in 90 seconds, something like that. It was that stretch of the second half where I think Fletcher got a steal and then took that charge at the end. Like, it's happening. The burst of the defense you guys want is there. Is that encouraging at this stage of the season? Is it more frustrating at the stage of the season that you can't replicate it more?
I don't know. I mean, you would like to be able to get steals every possession and get stops every possession. But they're also not trying to turn the ball over too. So I think we just need to lock in and be better defensively. Like Braden said, I mean, our offense is it's never really been a problem. Since we've, I think we have complete confidence in ourselves offensively. I think we've proven that, but defensively we got to be better.
And just how did that stretch early in the second half? I think they put it up to 10, and Fletcher had that sequence there. I think it was a 3-point play. He hit a 3, took the charge. It seemed to kind of change the game. This wouldn't have been maybe as close a game as it was at the end. Just how did you see that changing things?
It definitely gave us that boost we needed, and I think for us, we just didn't capitalize on it when we had the momentum. And I thought we were maybe 1 or 2 stops away from probably just changing the basketball game overall. Because, I mean, we got back, I think, cut up to, 1? Is that what it was? 1? Oh, yeah. I mean, eventually we got the lead, and I think we were 1 or 2 stops away from maybe even changing that because we were hitting shots. We were scoring at will, and I think, tackle on 6 points there, 2 threes. Then we're up 7, and it's a totally different basketball game. They're calling timeout. We got momentum, but we just couldn't get that stop, and that's obviously credit to them. They're a good team, so.
For any of you, Coach Painter has talked this year about this is the deepest Big Ten he's seen, and he's been in this league now for decades. How does that make you prepared for what is next, where after the Big Ten tournament, it's going to be the unknowns, the teams that you are learning on the fly?
Yeah, I mean, I think it helps only because obviously every single night's a tough game. And obviously when you get into March Madness and the Big Ten tournament, you just got to be ready. Like, it's just a one-night thing. You don't get paint set it. Like, you don't get a 7-game series like the NBA does. Like, you get a team once, and you got to win that game. So I think just – and obviously we've been through it for 3 years now, going on 4, of being in the tournament environment and understanding – like, just the change, like, everything changes. Like, it's a total different feel. It's a total different approach, total different motivation, total different really everything. So we all understand that, and I think we just all got to get on the same page, and whenever those games are, just win one at a time, because that's the most important thing, obviously.
Fletcher, that stretch of the second half, you had the steal in the end one, you hit the three, took the charge. It's just, you kind of give us an idea emotionally what that felt like to have that connection with the crowd again, because things were obviously getting pretty raucous there.
Yeah, it felt pretty good, but obviously you don't win the game, so it doesn't really matter.
Fletcher, you're the all-time three-point shooter in Purdue history. Can you talk a little bit about that? And obviously, you didn't get the win, so it's not the way you would have wanted to get it. But just to talk about that and what that means for you for being here for 4 years.
Yeah, it means quite a bit to me. I spent a lot of time. Spend a lot of time. I do a lot of work to shoot threes. These guys do a lot of work to get me the ball. Coach does a lot of work to get me open. So credit to Braden. He's probably assisted more to me than that's got to be some stat. I don't know. But I wouldn't have done it without a point guard like him. So shout out to him. And, yeah, it's a pretty cool accomplishment, I guess.
If all three of you could kind of touch on this a little bit, and I know you've talked about it a lot over the last few days and weeks, but do you think you'll ever see something like this in college basketball again? 3 guys sitting up here who have played their entire careers together. It's so rare now, and, you know, here you are going into your last March Madness and feeling like you've been through everything and you have one last thing to accomplish together.
Probably not, honestly, unless they make some changes, unless the college basketball changes a little bit, but that's not my say. So, no, it's been special. These guys spent a lot of time working on their craft, and we're not done yet. We believe in each other. We believe in their staff and the rest of the guys to make a run at this thing, and obviously we just got to play a little bit better.
The rarity that it is that, you know, you probably when you came in did not think that this was going to be a rare thing when you graduated, that you got stuck around for 4 or 5 years.
I mean, I'd assume for Purdue it's never really going to change, because that's the type of people that Coach Paint gets, and I think that's what the reason I wanted to come back, and the reason that I chose this place in the first place is because you don't have a culture really like this, and I think that's what makes it really special. But I mean, again, I don't think other than us, yeah, you're probably not going to see it a whole lot. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, you know, how much there is to add. You know, I just think as a kid our age, and then, you know, 18, 19-year-olds, just the level of, if they can have just some understanding of the level of, you know, growth that you experience with, you know, the guys on your team, and how much you learn, you know, just, you know, being a human being, being a person, you know, going to different schools and for you know, paychecks for different things. You know, you're right, you may get more money, but you know, how much, like, what are we putting, what's the dollar amount on the relationships that I've built? You know, what's the dollar amount on, you know, the values that I've learned? Like, I mean, for me, it's an easy thing. So I just, you know, I think it's more of a value thing at this point. You know, you'd hope that the younger guys and then, you know, their parents are teaching them the right thing.